Why do we call this phase as the early medieval phase? This phase starts around 750 AD and continues up to 1200 AD. That is almost for 4.5 centuries. Clear? This phase is known as early medieval phase because it was a transitory phase from ancient to medieval India. Clear? So ancient India started to come to an end by 750 AD and development in medieval course started to take place, and medieval course or medieval culture got finally established around 1200 AD, and this was a transitory phase for 450 years, which is known as the early medieval phase. Why do we call this? First of all, because by our medieval phase, the Turkish rulers came to India who introduced Islamic culture and principles in this country that ultimately led to a composite culture known as Indo-Islamic culture. Clear? So this mixing or blending of Indian culture and Islamic culture started in early medieval phase that ultimately led to the establishment of composite culture by 13th century, and therefore medieval phase starts. Clear? Therefore this period in flux, volatility, clear? The early medieval phase is very important and everything has to be understood from transitory character, even though there were some rulers who provided stability like the Cholas in the extreme southern part of India. We'll come to them also, very important for your examination. Clear? Now first of all, clear, we'll discuss about North India, then we'll go to South India in this phase and what major developments were taking place in North and South India by this time. Clear? Now first of all, we need to understand, clear, after the end of Harsha's kingdom, clear, phase of political chaos prevailed in India for almost 100 years till the middle of 8th century. Clear? Harshvardhan died in 647 AD and thereafter 100 years of chaos and anarchy prevailed, leading to political stability once again in 750 AD in the northern part of India. Clear? And coming to that stability that started in the medieval phase from mid 18th century. Clear? So by this time in the northern part of India, three contemporary dynasties were established in different parts. First among them were the dynasty of the Palas in eastern India, then the dynasty of the Pratiharas in western India, and the dynasty of the Rashtrakutas in the region of Deccan, who replaced the Chalukyas. We had discussed about Chalukyas and Pallavas. Pallavas were defeated by Chalukyas, and Chalukyas in turn were defeated by the founder of Rashtrakuta dynasty known as Danti Durg. Clear? Now these three contemporary dynasties were established in northern part of India by mid 18th century, and they provided some sense of political stability. Clear? First of all, politically the history of these three dynasties are important because all of them began to fight for the mastery of one important region in North India, that is Kannauj. Because since the days of Harshvardhan, Kannauj became the center of power in northern part of India. Any power having control over Kannauj was supposed to rule over the entire northern part of India. This struggle in history is known as tripartite struggle. Clear? So this tripartite struggle was the major political feature of early medieval phase among Palas, Pratiharas and Rashtrakutas to gain mastery over the region of Kannauj. Clear? Now among these dynasties, first of all, clear? First of all, we'll discuss about the dynasty of the Pratiharas. Why? Because they are in news. Clear? Some rulers among them are in news in recent times, and that is very important for your prelims examination. Clear? The dynasty of the Pratiharas was founded by Nagbhat first in the by the end of 8th century AD. Clear? This dynasty of Pratiharas in western India, corresponding with Gujarat region, they were known as the was founded by Nagbhat first, and this dynasty was also known as Gurjara Pratiharas because they dominated over the region of Gujarat. Clear? So they were also known as Gurjara Pratiharas, the founder being known as Nagbhat first. Clear? And all the rulers among the Pratiharas, they supported Brahmanical faith. Clear? And most of them were worshippers of Lord Vishnu and his avatars. Clear? The most powerful ruler among the Pratiharas, this ruler was Mihir Bhoj. Clear? So Mihir Bhoj was the most powerful ruler among the Pratiharas, and he ruled over this dynasty for longer period of time. Mihir Bhoj recruited large number of horses, and with horses and cavalry, he was able to retain Kannauj also against the Palas and the Rashtrakutas in tripartite struggle. Clear? Now coming to this warrior, this ruler, that is Mihir Bhoj. Clear? Why Mihir Bhoj is very important? Clear? Mihir Bhoj has been important because in recent times the statue of Mihir Bhoj has been made and inaugurated at a place known as Kaithal in Haryana. Clear? So in the state of Haryana, in recently, clear, the large statue of Mihir Bhoj was inaugurated, and this inauguration was done to highlight the rich role, or rather rich legacy, left by Mihir Bhoj in the western part of India, including parts of present Haryana. So at Kaithal in Haryana, the large statue of Mihir Bhoj was unveiled in recent time. So something to be known about Mihir Bhoj, clear? First of all, clear, Mihir Bhoj was the follower of Brahmanical faith. He was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, and in fact Mihir Bhoj claimed himself as an avatar of Lord Vishnu by adopting the title of Adi Varaha. Clear? Varaha is one of the avatar of Lord Vishnu, and to proclaim himself as an avatar of Lord Vishnu, Mihir Bhoj accepted the title of Adi Varaha. Clear? Varaha is a mythical beast, that rather restarted, or rather lifted the whole earth or the globe from the ocean and placed it on its right orbit, and therefore was considered to be preserver of the universe. Clear? This person, Mihir Bhoj, is also important because during his reign, an Arabian traveler, Suleiman, came to India, and Suleiman has glorified Mihir Bhoj. In fact, Suleiman writes that he was the most powerful ruler among the Gurjara Pratiharas, and this dynasty was the powerful dynasty in northern part of India. So power of Mihir Bhoj is also attested by Arabian traveler. This Arabian traveler was Suleiman. Moreover, Mihir Bhoj was not only militarily powerful, Mihir Bhoj was even culturally very rich, and he patronized a very important writer in the western part of India. This writer patronized by Mihir Bhoj was known as Rajshekhar. Clear? Rajshekhar was patronized by Mihir Bhoj, who wrote many works. Clear? And Rajshekhar also wrote Karpura Manjari. Clear? But you should know at least the ruler, or rather the poet, that is Rajshekhar, which was patronized by Mihir Bhoj. Clear? So Pratiharas are very important for coming examination. Pratiharas were founded by Nagbhat first, and this dynasty is also known as Gurjara Pratiharas. One of the most powerful rulers was Mihir Bhoj. In recent times, Mihir Bhoj is in news because Mihir Bhoj, a large statue of Mihir Bhoj, has been unveiled at Kaithal in modern state of Haryana. He was a devotee of Lord Vishnu and adopted the title of Adivaraha. His powers are attached by Arabian traveler Suleiman, and he gave patronage to a great writer, Rajshekhar, in his court. All these informations must be there with you. Any question can be asked on Gurjara Pratiharas, especially Mihir Bhoj. Clear? This is one thing to be known. At the same time, coming to the dynasty of the Palas. Clear? The dynasty of the Palas was founded by Gopal in 750 AD in province of Bengal. Clear? But the most powerful ruler among the Palas was Dharmapal, who was the son and successor of Gopal. Clear? Dharmapal ruled almost for 40 years, that is from 770 AD to 810 AD. Clear? This person, that is Dharmapal, is considered to be very important because Dharmapal was able to retain control over Kannauj against Pratiharas and the Rashtrakutas. Clear? Most important thing among the Palas is Palas recruited large number of elephants, and with support of elephants they retained control over Kannauj against Pratiharas and the Rashtrakutas. Clear? The most another important thing about Palas is they are the last rulers to patronize Buddhist religion in India. Clear? So Palas were supporters of Buddhist principles in India, and Dharmapal was a great devotee of Buddhist religion, and Dharmapal gave a grant of 200 villages for the maintenance of Nalanda University. Yesterday we had discussed about all these universities, that is Nalanda University, Vallabhi University, Vikramshila University, Udantpuri University, Somapura University. We have written all the universities of ancient India. Clear? He gave grant of 200 villages for the maintenance of Nalanda University, and also established another institution of Buddhist learning, and this was known as Vikramshila University in Bihar, for promotion of teachings related to Vajrayan sect of Buddhist religion. Vajrayan sect that believes in magical rites and rituals related to the worship of bodhisattvas and his consorts, Taras. Clear? So to worship Taras and bodhisattvas and magical rituals to be performed, Vajrayan sect came into being, and this sect was being promoted through Vikramshila University, established by Dharmapal. Clear? At this time only, I'll let you know, a Turkish warrior Mahmud Khalji came to India. He attacked India and destroyed the Nalanda Mahavihar, and it was set on fire, and this marked the end of Buddhist University of Nalanda. And with the decline of Palas by 12th century AD, in fact Buddhism came to an end from the land of its birth, even though Buddhism remained to be a flourishing religion in other countries of the world. Clear? This was the developments related to the Palas. Clear? Coming to the Rashtrakutas, very important one. The dynasty of the Rashtrakutas was founded by Danti Durg. Normally, from this topic, we'll get the rulers and the founders of the dynasties. So always remember the rulers. Clear? Pratiharas founded by Nagbhat, Rashtrakutas by Dante Durg, Palas by Gopal. Clear? Dante Durg with his capital at Malkhed or Maniakhed, with his capital at Malkhed or Maniakhed. Clear? And the most powerful ruler among the Rashtrakutas, this ruler was Amogh. Clear? Amogh was the most powerful ruler who retained control over Kannauj for a relatively longer period of time. And Amogh was a great literary personality who started a new language in South India, Deccan, known as Kannada language. And in Kannada language, he composed a work. This work is titled as Kavi Rajmarg. Clear? So Kavi Rajmarg is the first book on Kannada poetics, and this book was written by Rashtrakuta ruler Amogh. Clear? From here, one Dravidian language began to develop after Tamil. Tamil developed in the Sangam age, and second was Kannada, started by Amogh. Clear? And at the same time, this language began to be largely promoted by three jewels of Kannada language. These three jewels of Kannada language were Pampa, Ponna and Ranna. Clear? These were three jewels of Kannada language: Pampa, Ponna and Ranna. They are known as three Ratna of Kannada literature. Clear? Kannada literature was largely promoted in 12th century by a great saint known as Basav or Basavanna. Clear? We'll come to discuss about Basav or Basavanna separately, because he's very relevant for your coming examination. In fact, I'm saying you again, early medieval phase is very important. Prepare these topics, you get questions. Clear? Basav is very important just because he founded the sect of Lingayas, and he started the first parliament known as Anubhav Mandap, which has inspired Bharat Mandapam, recently established by our Prime Minister, even in G20 summit. Clear? We'll come to that. Clear? But first of all, Amogh started the Kannada language with Kavi Rajmarg, and three jewels were supported to promote Kannada language: Pampa, Ponna and Ranna. Clear? These developments took place, and therefore early medieval phase became very important because of these dynasties. Not just understand. Clear? Due to continuous struggle among the three dynasties to mastery Kannauj. Clear? All the three dynasties exhausted their energy. They finally came to an end by the end of 10th century AD, political vacuum again began to prevail in India, and this political vacuum was largely utilized by one warrior from West Asia. This warrior was Mahmud of Ghazni, who raided India 17 times solely to extract resources out of Indian territory. Clear? We'll discuss how he came to India, what factors motivated him to come to India, and how he managed to raid India 17 times to take away the resources from Indian territory. We'll come to his invasions separately. Clear? But at the same time, these developments took place. Rashtrakutas also contributed towards temple construction. We'll come to those temple construction done by Rashtrakuta rulers. Clear? So this was one major development in the northern part of India, Pratiharas, Palas, and the Rashtrakutas. Clear? Meanwhile, here only just understand, when dynasty of Palas came to an end around 11th century AD in province of Bengal, Palas were succeeded by another dynasty known as the dynasty of the Senas. Clear? So this dynasty was replaced by Senas, and the founder of Sena dynasty was Samant Sena. Clear? So Samant Sena was the founder of Sena dynasty in Bengal. Clear? And this dynasty was ruled largely by one powerful ruler, and this powerful ruler was Balala Sen. Clear? So Balala Sen was the most powerful ruler among the Sena dynasty, and Balala Sen wrote several important works, and the most popular work of Balala Sen is related to astronomy, and this work of Balala Sen is known as Adbhut Sagar. Clear? So the work of Adbhut Sagar was written by Balala Sen, and this work dealt with the theme of astronomy. Clear? So Senas also succeeded for some time in province of Bengal after the Palas, the founder of Sena being Samant Sen, and the most important being Balala Sen, who wrote several important works, the most important being the work on astronomy known as Adbhut Sagar. Clear? This was minor dynasty established in province of Bengal. So this was the major picture of all these dynasties which were established in northern part of India. Clear? At the same time, clear, apart from this, we need to understand that these dynasties came to an end, and by these dynasties came to an end and Turkish warriors began to attack. Clear? North India witnessed the rise of aristocratic warriors among the Kshatriya class. These aristocratic Kshatriya warriors are known as the Rajputs. Clear? We need to discuss briefly about the Rajputs as well, which became a very distinctive development in northern part of India, not to be seen in the southern part of Indian territory. Clear? So apart from this, when they came to an end, new section emerged in Indian society known as the section of the Rajputs. Clear? Now coming to the origin of the Rajputs in the northern part of India. Clear? There are different theories associated with the origin of the Rajputs, but the most acceptable theory is known as the Agni Kul theory. Clear? What do we mean by this Agni Kul theory? According to this theory, there was a priest known as Vasist. Clear? And this person Vasist began to pray to create a class of warriors to defend India from all warriors coming from Central and West Asia. He organized a fire pit at a place known as Mount Abu in Rajasthan. And after years of meditation, it is believed that from this fire pit, Agni Kund, clear, 4 Rajput clans emerged, and these Rajput clans are known as Agni Kul Rajputs. Clear? Kul means clan. Clear? So 4 Agni Kul Rajputs emerged from the fire pit at Mount Abu. These Agni Kul Rajputs were Pratiharas. These Agni Kul Rajputs were Pratiharas, who began to rule from North Gujarat. Then Parmars, who began to rule from the region of Malwa. Then Chalukyas, who began to rule from South Gujarat. They are also known as Solanki Rajputs. Then we have Chauhans, who began to rule from the region of Ajmer. Clear? So four Agnikul Rajputs emerged: Pratiharas, Parmars, Chalukyas, and Chauhans. Apart from these four Agnikul Rajputs, clear, there are other Rajput clans that emerged in northern part of India. These Rajput clans that emerged in northern part of India were Gahadwalas of Kannauj, Tomars of Delhi, and Chandelas of Bundelkhand. Clear? So